Hello, strangelings. Welcome back to the parlor. Of course, today, you might notice, did not cut up my making my hot drink. And that's because today is my birthday, guys. And I want to make this as quick as possible. And cutting that up, I don't know if you guys know, but it usually takes almost 10 minutes for me to boil that water in the first place. So I'm cutting up at least 10 minutes into just less than one bit of work. I do have a little bit of work with, of course, my bead jar, but that's not a problem. And you may ask yourself, if it's my birthday, why am I doing this? For me, I was kind of taught that it's a good tradition to embrace the idea that many Native American tribes have, where they do not receive on their birthday, they give on their birthday. So the Bohemian tradition that I was taught, or slightly taught and developed the rest on my own, who knows? Who knows? A lot of my Bohemian ways I was taught when I was a little girl, so there's a lot that have been translated for the modern world in my head. So my personal tradition is I let people give me gifts, and I don't mind receiving gifts, because who doesn't want to receive gifts? But I also believe in giving back, and giving back a little extra on my birthday makes me very happy. So yeah, we're doing this today, and I am not, like I said, gonna do a lot of editing for it. So we've got today not one, not two, but three. We've got 2 stick, and you guys can't even see it, 2 stick and a cone incense. Boy, see, you're supposed to be able to see all of this stuff. Sorry, guys. I got my candles going too. This is the second card video from dealing with my wrists, and it is, I don't think that far into me resetting up. I think it's maybe the 4th video since I reset up. So yeah. Alright guys, we're gonna try this without an edit, so I'm gonna go ahead and shake these up. I'm gonna go ahead and mute my Alright, hopefully that worked and I don't have to edit any more than just making sure my sound is loud enough. Oh, and cutting my music, obviously. Alright, so let's get these beads. Full disclosure, I had set out 3 beads already, but they literally practically jumped out of the scoop, guys. Okay. Oh, that's a lot. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna redo it. I don't want to take that many, just like I don't want to take more than 3 cards. Well, I don't want to take 3 cards or more when I'm using the tosses, so hold on. Let me... Uh-oh. The scoop thought it was going to get caught. Oh, there's little diamonds in the lid. In case you guys didn't remember, I have... Let me see if I can get this so I can show you. I don't know if you can quite tell what it is, guys, but that is a faux diamond from a pepper spray. A defensive pepper spray that I had gotten. Of course, they're as girly as they come, and I'm not a big, super shiny girly fan, so I removed them and added them for a little bit of bling inside of the jar. Alright guys, here I go. Maybe they just weren't happy that this is a second pick. More of those faux diamonds. Hold on, let me get them out. Okay. First drag it through, and then one, two. That sounded very tiny. Yeah, some of those faux, but I do have 3, so that's good. Okay, well, apparently those faux diamonds are important today because I took them all off the lid. So I'm gonna add them here. Whoever you are, you're getting some faux diamonds. Oh, some faux diamonds that are stuck together in sets. 2 sets of faux diamonds here. That's funny because I did take all the sticky stuff off of them. Now we have a square D. We have a square I. And we have a purple fun. DI fun. Okay. Oh, sorry guys. That is farther down than it was before. Sorry about that. Let me center this for you. There we go. And that's just a crumb of something. So we have 2 sets of faux diamonds down here. And then DI fun. Those are your beads for the day to kind of tell us who specifically we'll be talking to. Here's another loud part. I mean, that should be okay. Let's just experiment with the idea of shutting it down for the beads first before we start getting too ambitious. Especially seeing how I tend to talk during this anyway. Ugh, my dragon's blood is going so well. I have 3 pieces of dragon's blood going today because of the fact that my extended family is actually in mourning again. We lost another member. Somebody I will always know as Mama Sue. She's the second person we lost that wore the mantle of mother also in my life. Well, mom, not mother, because my mother will always be mother to me. And I know some people put negative connotation on the word mother as opposed to mom, but trust me. The reason I call my mom mother is because of the fact that she was everything she needed to be a great mother for me. Even if I didn't see it as a child. She was like a mama bear and a mama tiger all rolled up in one. She was the kind of woman who could take a football player and still come home for tea. Well, the woman we lost recently is the second woman I've called mom. So, burning 3 dragon's blood for her, and for all of us mourning her. But especially my friend, because he deserves it the most, obviously. Alright guys, let's get into these cards today. 1, 2, and 3. So, okay. Oh my. Interesting. So, as you guys know how we do it here on this particular card channel, this is the beginning of the inquiry we have here. This is to the present day. So, at the beginning of the thing you're inquiring about, you were in the position of a lover. You were you were wealthy in resource. However, you were still naive in the use of it. However, you had this wonderful, beautiful life. You had the things you wanted. You had the resources you need. You had the partner you would have chose for yourself no matter what. And you were having offspring in your life, whether that offspring was children or that offspring was, say, good situations that were accruing and cropping up for you. You were in a very, very good position. You were in a very healthy position. You were in a very loved and loving position. So this is where you were at the beginning of the inquiry we are making here. Where and to? Oh, that is... Hold on, guys. I was hoping that was going to be a little less difficult, but it seems to want to be a little harder to read like this. And I'm a little farther from the mic, so of course my voice is a little less. I'm sorry. Let's see. Sorry, guys. It's because I chose to do some natural lighting today, I guess. It's not gonna be as crisp. I've got to figure out how to work the settings on this camera. Sorry, guys. You know, I've had a lot of stuff to do in between getting this camera and, you know, doing these videos for you guys on all three of my channels, so... Okay. Oh my. Okay, so this situation, well, appearing great, appearing loving, appearing wonderful. Now, I'm not getting any kind of anything about why and how you got here, but because for all intents and purposes, you were in a wonderful position. You were in a happy, loving position. You were in a good partnership where you know, were thriving. You and your partner. But there is something coming up. I don't know. I would assume, as I'm not getting any kind of... I'm not getting any kind of information as to what happened, what changed here. So I'm going to assume what changed is just, you know, fate over time. The world sometimes gets into our relationships. The world sometimes gets into our, well, everything in life. So I am going to personally assume that maybe this was just something that changed because of happenstance, but something, this feels like a warning to not close yourself off, is what it feels like. If I'm dead honest, and you guys know that I am, whatever it is that this is about, this feels like, if you aren't careful, you will go from this happy family dynamic relationship, happy everything going on. Sorry, I itch my armpits, guys. Get over it. You go from this happy collective life to, in this happy collective life that you got to, while being a knave that is resourceful. And it might be because you entered in this in a knave state. also, which means there might be some adjustments you want to make and do on the fly right now to make this not happen this way. But definitely, if you keep going in the direction you are currently going, you will go from this wonderful, gleeful Knave of Cups, Page of Cups, as the card itself says. You will go from this young, naive gentleman learning how to be a knight of full resources to a knave of emotional and resource misery. So, perhaps this is giving too much into this relationship. Perhaps this is just not necessarily knowing how to... I'm not sure how to put this so that I can put it out right. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me make another quick adjustment. Since this is no longer here, let me put this under here. We have that. I want it to be shining. I moved my camera because it makes more sense with the alignment it's in. Have it like it is currently. Boy. Okay, maybe if I put this outward this way a little bit more. Live adjustments on the spot, guys. That's what you get here. Live adjustments on the spot. Okay, so you and this partner that you chose to love. Now, of course, it looks like it literally looks like this might all be about your naivete, because honestly, it seems to me like it is saying that you entered into this relationship while you were naive, and where it has been a happy and fulfilling and fruitful relationship for you and your partner, you still are in that knave kind of mindset. So because you're still in that knave mindset, if you do not do something to it's not I don't mean this so much as insulting. I don't mean this as you don't know any better, but if you do not choose to educate yourself, to evolve yourself, to grow yourself, and you are still engaging in this life, then of course you have to engage in business and such, because it's the modern world. You have to engage in business and such. Already starting to hurt real soon. Seems like the resources have dwindled. However, you will evolve. You will have no choice but to evolve, because you are someone who is not supposed to be forever a knave. You are not supposed to be naive for the rest of your life. Specifically. Because some people are actually supposed to be. They're made to be naive forever. You will, of course, evolve. But because of the fact that you chose to stay naive in this situation, dealing with, I'm assuming, the world, because you felt like you got exactly what you were supposed to get, and the world was giving you everything, and you chose not to evolve and grow up, and so on and so forth, your dealings in the world, well, they will evolve you. But they will evolve you further in that misery that you are getting yourself into by not evolving. And worse yet, like I said, you are meant to be a king. Your kingliness will come at severe misery. You will be a king, but you will be a king of sorrows. So, these cards are saying it's time to mature up. It's time to start to remember exactly how that worked. Remember what path you were treading as you were coming through here to today. As you were finding your happy family. It's time to it's time to wise up, Janet Weiss. Build those thighs up. You know, it's time to become the mature, wise person you were meant to be, so that you won't have to step into this whatever the situation is as a knave, and you won't evolve into a knave of misery, into a knight of misery, into a king of disaster. In the Bohemian reading tradition, of course, wands represents the opposite of cups. Wands and cups deal with resource, deal with actual living needs. Your food, your water, your shelter, your clothing, the things you need to survive the world today. Wands are miseries in that regard. Coins and swords are material. The material goods that you want, and some that you might kind of think you need. It's kind of a need, but not really. Swords are material woes. Things like bills, fines and fees. Let's see what else. War. War is actually a material woe for the Bohemians. As I was taught, the tradition goes. And that is because, looking at the history of war, now, referring to the Bible and artists like Ozzy Osbourne for this, if you look at war in general, war is primarily done for material reasons. Belief systems, for literal goods, commerce, and monetary value. So, yeah, war is material. All right, and let's do the toss cards quickly, guys. As you can hear, all the stuff going on in the background. Hubby's gonna grill for me today. He likes to make grill cakes, so he'll take our cast iron Dutch oven and he'll make a cake in it, and then he'll put that into the fire on the grill because we use a wood grill. So that's a lot of cards. I'm sorry, that does not work for me. That is 4. So he'll use that fire from that wood grill to bake the cake too. I actually have a picture from the first year he chose to do that. Okay. All right. I can only take that first card, so I can't really see the rest of them. And that fell like that, so That's got to go exactly where it is, because remember, these cards are where they lay, where they fall, is important to the meaning of some of them. Okay. We don't take things that land on my thumb, obviously, because that's just my thumb got in the way. That's too much to fall at once. There's two. Okay. So, this is always the fun way, guys, because then I do this. And this fell after. So I should have done that. That's okay. Okay. Now, of course, you guys are the camera, so close proximity is based on where it is towards the camera. Number 42. 24. Dyslexia, what can I say? My mother used to do numbers backwards too, so her dyslexia did that as well. Number 42, amour, is a sign that someone is looking at you with great love and longing. Okay? That kind of goes with where you are at in the world right now. And this was right here, about midway, these two. Number 11, the fox in close proximity, see, or guests, distrust of acquaintances who are seeking to betray you, distant, less danger. So this was somewhere in the middle. I think we got the fox last week too, so be careful. I would say carefully make sure that you're watching someone, watching the people who seem like they might be trying to figure out how to game you and your personal system. But of course, obviously you wouldn't want to trust that, right? But be mindful of people like that. I would say it doesn't seem like you have to worry too much. It seems like these are just, oh, you know what? It fell right here. It might actually be, these two might actually be talking to the event that happened. So let me see what this one is. The broken glass foretells ill luck for long years if near, but if distant, death of a friend. Interesting. So it seems like these two are kind of more attached to the page, the page of wands here, the knave. Like, the warning is, one, you're going to want to mature up so you don't get into a mindset where life is always negative. Because those mindsets, you already know, are bad. But it seems like it's also telling you right here to also be mindful. Oh, I can't do that. To also be mindful of hold on. Mindful of people who possibly don't have your best interest at heart, and that you are going to have a few years of bad luck, possibly in regards to this friend or friendships in general. And possibly that bad luck is more likely if you don't evolve and mature. So let me leave these right here. So yeah, it seems to me that this is fine-tuning. This is telling you about the love you found here, and then this is telling you about possible... Oh. There's also that. So, you were in a lover's mindset, and you were decent, good in resources, but you were slightly immature when it came to those resources. So you weren't quite ready yet, maturity-wise. Okay. So, you have someone who is looking at you with great love and longing, possibly. Now, of course, you guys know I do not do collective readings. This is not a take it or leave it. I'm not doing the choose your own ending stuff. If you guys want to see a video about that, if I don't already have one on Lady Emery Draven, I will soon, trust me. Well, I say soon. I've got movies booked up into, or not movies, sorry, videos booked up into August. So, but yes. So this is what I'm reading for you guys today. I'm still learning exactly where to put the cards here so that you guys can see everything clearly. Okay. And then, yes. So, the cards are calling for maturity. They're also possibly calling for you to watch a suspicious friend, to make sure nothing happens in that, because this could easily aid to this. You all know how friends who you know, are looking to betray you in any kind of way can really mess up your entire life. I mean, your whole life can get fucked up that way. So, yeah. That's my reading for you guys today. I hope you do not end up in the King of Swords, but as we all know, even the King of Swords is important in the world. You just have to be more cautious with the heart of the King of Swords. And that's not just for lovers, that's for friends too. Because the King of Swords usually is somebody who has had a lot of heartbreak. Okay, guys, give me a moment. I'm going to take a nice quick little picture here, and then we will be getting out of here so I can edit. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit the face cam when I was grabbing the lens cap and ended up hitting the face cam. Sorry, guys. I'm going to edit it up and get it up for you guys as soon as possible so I can get on with my birthday celebrations. Get into that hot tub, too, because that is, oh, such a happy place for me. Okay, guys. Well, that is your reading for the day. Hopefully that helped whoever it needed to go to. And hopefully it maybe even gave a little insight to everybody else as to something. As always, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I know not everybody can have a birthday today. There's a few of us. I know my brother-in-law shares my birthday. He's a few years younger than me, but we have the same birthday. So for everybody else who shares my birthday, happy birthday, guys. And just in general, I'm going to get out of here. Don't forget, guys, doesn't matter who you are, I love you. Take care of each other. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Oof, camera flare. And